Hey, fellow YouTubers and life travelers. If you are a Life Path 11 like me, if you're an empath like me, if you're just sensitive, then you probably feel it too because it is in the stars. And just like the moon controls the tides, the stars impact our feelings and emotions. We are 70+% water. We are part of the stars. We are not different. They're not out there, they're in here. So, if you want to see what's in the cards that says it's in the stars, then stick around for a few minutes, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified when I post a video, and let's see what the cards have to say today. I did Lenormand Grand Tableau today. Grand Tableau is a little different. I know that you can't see the lady card up here in the corner. I know she's kind of cut off for you. But what really stood out for me in this particular Grand Tableau was what's called the line of fate on the bottom. I set the garden card to be our significator for the collective of our community. So the garden card is the card that signifies all of us in our collective community. And when the significator comes up in the line of fate, everything is weighing down on top of it. Everything is outside of this control. So, what this is telling me first was that as a community, much is outside of our control. We all know that. With everything that's going on right now, it's very clear that as a community, things are just plain out of our control. But as individuals, what I see is both the lady card, which is cut off for you, I'm sorry, and the man card, which would be our feminine energy and our masculine energy in this particular reading, since this is a collective reading for in the garden being the collective. But as individuals, we are all in control of the details of our lives. We are up on the top. Both the man and woman cards came up on top, meaning we have control of what is in our individual lives. And what I see for our lady energy, let me just pull her over here just so you can see her. I'll put her on the man. For our lady energy, and I'm not reading directionally, so I'm not reading her as looking outside of the spread. What I see is really important is that this is a time of change, and this is a time that change will bring luck and that we can upgrade our situation. And this is so very important for us at this time, because not only is this key telling us that this is key, that this is important, but it is sitting in the house of Stork, which is right above it, which is about change and improvements. It can also be coming and going, but certainly change and improvements. And this is saying how important it is right now for us to, as we're stepping into our feminine energy, this is a time for us to be able to step into change easily. And this change is super important for us because we are at the end of a cycle. The coffin card is sitting in the house of the ring, which is a complete cycle, and we are at the end of a cycle right now. So this is an important time for change for us. And I also see in the masculine energy that this masculine energy has been holding on a long time. There is a lot of, we have the tower, which is longevity, and the tree, which has deep, deep roots. So there are a lot of deep roots that will need to be worked on for change. And the bouquet says that, again, this is a time that is going to bring us some good fortune. And I meant to jot my houses down. Where am I? 9, 10, 11, 12. So this change, the birds are right here, right next to their house. I noticed that also. The storks are right next to their house. Something else was right next to its house as well. It kind of impressing the importance of these times. So it's time for us to, the birds can be a little agitated, can be a little nervous about all this foundation that we have to allow to let go. The tree, I don't want to jump ahead like that. So, so as individuals, we are shifting from a masculine energy where we have deep, deep roots um, into our feminine energy, but it's going to take some time, and we're going to have to make some effort to make this change and this upgrade that is so very important as we step into the feminine energy. And I meant to go back to the line of fate where I was starting with this line of fate, and what I see here in the line of fate, which is often the last line read on a grand tableau spread, is, again, this is a very important new time, just like the key here. This is its home here. This is a very important new time. And while the stars sit in the house of fish next to the fish sitting in the house of anchor are goals, and while fish is often associated with money, it can also be just plain abundance. The fish is abundance, and the stars also. The stars, they navigate us. The stars, they spread. There's lots of stars, just like the stars in the Milky Way. The fish swim in a school. And what I saw when I read this, and it's a little bit more tarot leaning maybe than Lenormand, but I think it is even legitimate Lenormand, that we have the stars in the house of fish and the fish in the house of our goals, which is anchors. And like the like a drop of water from the ocean doesn't know that it is the ocean, and the stars don't know that they are the sky, and the like I said, the fish don't know it's a school. We don't know that we are the universe. And in this new time, it is important for us to step into our knowing of who we are in the universe and our abundance based on the energy of who we are. As a community, again, we have the lilies knighting to the community next to the clouds, showing certainly some discord at home. This is a very, very difficult time, um, but it is a time of change, and change is in the stars. This new time is so important, and this change is not just that it's inevitable, but because it's coming, we need to be intentional and make our best possible decisions as we step into this change. So I shuffled the tarot cards, and before, but I haven't pulled them yet. And the Hanged Man on the bottom of the deck certainly signifies time to look at things differently, time to take a new look. So I just wanted to pull a few tarot cards. The message is the message, the Queen of Cups. It's a time for us to nurture. The queens nurture, and our cups are our emotions. We are stepping into a more intuitive time, but we are also opening our hearts in this time. So it's important that we feel our emotions, that we nurture our emotions, and that we carefully care for the people in our circles, the people that are close to us. And if you're with me, you are most likely an empath and a sensitive person, and not everybody around us is. So some people need a little extra gentle touch right now because they feel it, but they don't know what it is they're feeling. So use your intuition. Um, you know, when you're interacting with people, when you're thinking about people, use your intuition to know when it's time to reach out to somebody who may be looking for some assistance. The high priestess is a little bit about secrets. We will be tapping into new information that we maybe haven't had access to before. And the judgment card, two high major arcana out of three cards, the judgment says this is our time. We are being called. As an empath, certainly anybody who is a life path 11, if you don't know your life path, please leave me a note. You can message me your birth date, and I can help you calculate your life path or tell you how. Especially if you're a life path 11, this is the time we came here for. This is our calling. This is, no matter what we are doing in life, this is what we are here for right now, in this beginning stage of this new era and this new time that is written in the stars. As I've said, we've completed this 26,000 year cycle. When I say changes in the stars and it's inevitable, I mean that literally. That's science. That's astronomy. We have completed a cycle. Our solar system is works like a clock, like a cycle, and it is in the stars. Change is inevitable. So let's make it intentional so that we step into our best possible tomorrow. And that's what I have for you today. So um, I look forward to spending time with you again. I will be back to post on Friday, but please, anytime you get this reading, it is meant for you at that time. So take those messages as they resonate with you, and be intentional, because change is coming, whether we like it or not. It's inevitable. Be well. From my corner to yours.